Hello, several people. As I've said before, off screen I have processed all of my ores in the macerator, which has given me a bunch of resources. While editing the video, I have also noticed that I have mistaken some more tungsten ore for coal, so I mined that off screen. And given a 14 tungsten, that should give me around 28 diamonds once I create the transmutation table. Due to food shortage, I've also expanded the farm slightly. So, to get to the Nether, first things first, I will make myself some armor. Because I am getting a lot of damage from mobs and hard mode. Aha. Have to put them on manually. I do not have feathers, so can't make any arrows. I don't think skeletons spawn in the Nether either. So I'll put my bow back. Axe is unnecessary, and a shovel will be useful. How do I get to the Nether without making a bunch of buckets unnecessarily? Because I need obsidian, and transmutation tablet also requires obsidian. Well, obsidian can be crafted with industrial craft cells. So there is some use for this that I can foreseeably make use of. I'm also going to delete that cow. They are really loud. Might as well. So the most nearby source of lava is somewhere underground here. I can hear it while being here. So let me investigate, I suppose. This should allow me to see it if I go deep enough. Potentially. I'm not sure how it reacts to full blocks of like fluid. Minimap seems to treat fluid blocks as full blocks, but there should be some air above it. Seems to be coming from that direction. There we go. It's quite a lot. I need 10 obsidian for the portal, as well as 4 for the transmutation table. That gives me 14. Aiming with this is wonky for some reason. 14. Although I need twice the amount. Oh right. Water does not fix itself in this version. Now, do I get the cells back? I think I should. I don't. Okay, but that's fine. Still got some tin. 16, 32. Gonna need 28 of water cells. Actually, no, this is not enough. Yeah, and I'll put one in the transmutation table while at it, so one extra. Let's see, did I leave any tin in here? Is this? Yes. More lava. "28 cells steel." What is silver used for? Thaumium. Glass fiber cables. Mainly for that, I suppose. Glass fiber cables are one of the best cables, so that's actually quite convenient that they don't share the resource with anything else. Frees up other resources. I need to do something, so I shall cut here. And I'm back. Let's grab that lava. 20. Okay, yep. "28. Actually, no, that is gonna be useful for temporary building. Flint and steel. I suppose also some cobblestone to build to secure the portal. Don't want a ghast potentially destroying it. I suppose this is as good of a spot as any. Also, achievements do seem to reset every time I exit the game, so those may occasionally show up again. This is not needed. Let's grab some glowstone. That's very convenient. And the old Nether. Still cold hell, and with netherrack texture that looks like macerated flesh. I shall make a small portal room. As long as I'm not shot at by ghasts. A staircase going up is going to be useful. And the most important item, glowstone. Right, it's the same mining speed as with a hand. This is going to allow me to start equivalent exchange. There's so many pigmen spawning. Let's mark this place while I'm at it. Now, diamonds, redstone, some stone, and and obsidian. Transmutation tablet. And I got my Philosopher's Stone back. Don't need to waste my last diamond. Right. I can register items by putting them on the left. Might as well do as much stuff as I can. Items put here are permanently destroyed into EMC. Say tungsten. 200,000 EMC. And now I can get a bunch of diamonds back. I'll start putting stuff in there as I keep using it. The Philosopher's Stone itself is pretty useful. It allows you to transmute blocks into other blocks. So this should allow me to change the type of the wood. You can also charge it. Sadly there is no sound, but charging it changes the area affected. So on one tick it's increased by 1, on the second tick it will increase by another. I should probably also investigate why exactly I don't have a bunch of sounds. Unless they are considered music? Nope. Either way. Another thing that would be pretty useful to have is a matter condenser. Or energy condenser. Or rather collector. Right, now I have a block of diamonds that I can use for this. An energy collector passively generates EMC by collecting the energy of the sun. And as we know, the sun is a deadly laser, so as long as we just keep it running in constant light, it's going to passively generate quite a lot of the EMC. Just going to put it here. Yep. I'll explain how it works in a second, but this block won't work at night. It requires sunlight. Except it can work at night. Right, let's get rid of that music. I can just put a glowstone block on top of that and it's going to work. Now, this has a bunch of slots. What this block does is it can upgrade items to some degree. As you can see, I think it can work with redstone. Do I have you registered? I do? Let's also grab some coal. What I can do is I can put, yeah, redstone dust, and using EMC it has upgraded it to gunpowder. So it will put items, and yeah, now glowstone. It will, items that are put into this buffer will be transferred into this slot. This slot allows you to upgrade them up a tier using stored EMC, which puts them into the output stack. And once it has processed all of these items out of this stack come back and are upgraded cyclically. So what I can do, and I probably should start with, is upgrade my coal. Let's put like 8 in there. It's going to be gradually upgraded up to Eternalis fuel, which is extremely efficient in terms of smelting. I think it's even better than a bucket of lava. Let's see. A lava bucket. Okay, it doesn't have an A entry because it's vanilla. Smelting value 17. And Eternalis fuel is 8,000, but doesn't have a smelting value. But alchemical coal should have. Maybe that's a creeper. Maybe it just isn't registered in A. But those should be much more efficient in terms of fuel, as in smelting items in a furnace. Which also makes them pretty good at generating power. Now it's going to process gunpowder. The status of mob spawners also does not save. There are better collectors that can be made, however these require dark matter and red matter, and those are going to be very difficult to get. I don't remember what relays are used for. I think they allow you to have multiple. Yeah, okay, so if I remember correctly, what you can do with these is you can have a bunch of collectors that are connected to a relay in the middle. Then you can put on top of that an energy condenser. And what this allows you to do is to transfer the EMC out of these machines into the energy condenser, which is a special chest used to create a bunch of items out of EMC automatically. And alchemical chests are something I should start working on now, because they are quite good. Does this need to be... Oh, okay. It requires charcoal. Charcoal is not something I have. So let's make some. It has the same texture. And that is crafting. Covalence, iron, redstone, coal diamond. Let's put these in while I'm at it. Charcoal, less EMC. Now, Philosopher's Stone is also useful because I'm not sure what key that is. Extra function C, so that's going to interfere with my minimap. X is this, Z is unbound. Right. So let's put that to Z. That is going to open an embedded crafting table. Very handy. Alchemical chest. Regular chest, iron, and more stone. Cobblestone has 1 EMC, stone also has 1 EMC. So I can just do this. Wood planks. And a chest. And now an alchemical chest. I think these are in this order. Yup. This boy is big. Big. Which means I can also get rid of a bunch of chests. Let's make another one. Actually, I should make another 3. Because I will need 1 for an energy condenser. I plan on using 2 for just storage. And 1 will go into an alchemical bag. Alright. Time to make some space. guess for now I'll just put everything in here. I'll sort these in a moment. This one is going to have just the useful resources. The other one is going to be a bunch of random shit. I'll also learn all items that I currently own. Rotten flesh is a good source of EMC. A bow, I suppose. And all of the random stuff goes into this chest. I'm not gonna put dusts into here. Cells do not have EMC. As you can imagine, all of these... Oh, not. Okay. As you can imagine, excess renewable resources are the main way to gather EMC. Let's put all of these into here. Copper cabled. Okay, so seems that industrial craft items do not have it, which is fine. Let's learn all of these. At least everything that has EMC. Just to make sure. Oh, okay, so there is... Right, there are ways to make a lock. There seems to be a filter. How do I remove this? I could probably take out all of my EMC. Yep, but that locks it back. Well, let's learn all of this. Apatite, while I have no use for it, can also be used for EMC then. And refined iron does not have an EMC value. Goddamn slimes. Not sure what this is. Let me look up how to remove the lock from this. Okay, I've educated myself. The transmutation table has two modes, matter and fuel. What that basically, when you put something into the transmutation table for the first time, it locks the transmutation table into that mode. You can only then use that EMC for matter or fuel depending on the mode. You cannot convert fuel into matter and etc. or vice versa. In order to unlock this, I will need a Klein Star. A Klein Star is an item that can store EMC, but I imagine it's very expensive to make, even the most basic one. Yeah, that's 8 Mobius fuel. Let's see, we have created alchemical coal and now we are up to blaze powder. So that is going to be 2000 EMC per one. Yeah, this is going to take a while. This is also a slot for a Klein Star, I think. No matter. I wanted to make 2 items still. An energy condenser, which is 4 diamonds, 4 obsidian. This is a special alchemical chest, which allows you to... Oh, right, this is a filter, not a slot for a Klein Star. You can put an item here, in like the processing stack. So, let's say that I want to make in here... where is equivalent exchange? Let's say that I want to make Mobius fuel, but not Eternalis fuel. I could put a piece of Mobius fuel into here, and it will stop on that item. So, what this allows me to do is to... say I want to have a bunch of apatite. And I have some other trash items. I put apatite into here and then copper into here. And it will transmute these items into the target. For example, this is very useful if you have just millions of stone from a quarry. Let's actually grab something to remove this. Yeah. I don't need this right now, but it's going to be a very useful machine. And the second thing is an alchemical bag. Or alchemy bag. 3 covalence dust and wool. Don't have enough wool, so let me grab some. And this is probably the earliest way to make a backpack, unless forestry has existed before that. Forestry also allows you to create portable inventories, but they are way less spacious. Yeah, so that's going to be very useful. What next? This is slowly upgrading. The flax has grown. Okay, that creates string. Seems to be just a way to generate some string. Actually, let's put the trash items into here. And then just start generating diamonds, I suppose. Next goal that I should have in mind oh yeah, I also figured out what the alchemical tome is for. This requires 2 Klein Stars Omega, which are incredibly expensive. 25 million EMC. But this item, when burned in a transmutation table, it unlocks all items. Which is useful primarily on servers. If I have multiple transmutation tables, I also share all recipes between them, because they just have one global item list that you can access. Get these microblocks out of here. Let's see. I probably want to go for, at least before I go into Twilight Forest, I would like to make the Nano Saber. It's a very good sword, but it requires a bunch of advanced items. It's not as expensive as I thought it would be, but I at least need a compressor. I also need a quarry. for like end game. End game resources. Nanosuit is something to make. That requires a lot of power. What do I need to make an MFE? 4 energy crystals and copper cables. An MFE is the next tier of energy production. Well, energy storage. And requires better cables. Let's see what options I have for power generation. Geothermal. Windmill. Nuclear reactor. Something that I would eventually want to make. Right. I should do something that requires Buildcraft. So, Buildcraft. Because if I want to upgrade my energy production, I want to use geothermal. Geothermal is good. But that requires a lot of lava. I can get lava from the Nether, but I need to somehow transport it into the overworld, and I can do that with pipes. If I want to do that with pipes, I need teleport pipes, which are made using diamonds. But where can I find them? Teleport pipes. Diamond gear, which requires a bunch of stuff. So let's make myself a wrench from Buildcraft. It's going to be necessary to configure different pipes. Did I learn glass here? Let's grab a stack. And also eat cake. What am I doing? Iron. Alright. Change of plans. Let's start with something I can actually leverage to my advantage, and that is a quarry. Although a quarry would be best to be placed in Twilight Forest. But that can be done later. Quarry. Quarry will mine a cuboid out of a marked area. And that is going to require 8 plus 3. I need a lot of diamonds. But even before I can make that, I need to somehow make a lot of Minecraft jewels, and that is going to be done using combustion engines. Combustion engines can run... I do not remember if these can run on lava, but they for sure can run on fuel. And that is the correct fluid to use in them. Fuel can be made in a refinery from oil. Oil in turn spawns inside wells in the overworld. One of them I found almost immediately when I started playing. So let's start with a refinery. Diamond gear, 3 tanks and some redstone torches. I have forgotten to mute my Telegram messenger, sorry about that. Right. To make a refinery I need a diamond gear which uses gold, iron, stone, wood. A refinery requires a lot of power, and the best sort of power I can make right now is using steam engines. So let's make a bunch. I'm thinking like 8 probably. Stone gears do not have EMC, unfortunately. Not quite. Would probably be useful to mine some apatite then. Gonna need a bunch more stone. I will need a whole stack of sticks. Now I need conductive pipes to actually transfer the energy. Yeah, so each conductive pipe has a different capacity for transferring power. Gold seems to be the best that is implemented, so let's make a bunch of those. Right, shaped crafting. These are going to go into the refinery. I'm going to need the diamond, well, the teleport pipe anyway, unless I want to run around with buckets. But it's fine for now. So let's make an actual build, I suppose. I have something in mind as to how I'd probably want to have it look. Because I'll eventually have to move a pump to another oil well. Oil is not infinite. But I'd very much like to keep the actual oil processing somewhere nearby. I'm also keeping the large trees, at least, because they just look nice. Let's remove excessive leaves though, so that this may decay and not look like a tumor. These creepers are extremely close. Oh, these mobs are spawning everywhere. Can I get a... on. This is probably the first time ever I've obtained a music disc in Minecraft. And they do have quite a bit of EMC. Not gonna need that for anything, but may as well. I'm gonna need a lot of wood. Where did they spawn? Oh, that's probably why I don't have many torches around on this side. Virtues of Minecraft, you have to put torches everywhere. Let's also collect the cactus for my pipe sealant. Come on. No. A suitable space for the refinery, I suppose, could be around here. While I'm at it, let's make an item that will be very helpful when it comes to removing grass in large quantities. And I'm talking... Ooh. It's a good bow. And I am talking about a sickle. Let's make it out of sapphire, I suppose. If I'm not mistaken, sickles just clean out a large area out of plants. Yeah. Better than doing this by hand. And let's put a bunch of stuff into here. For now. Also, an alchemy bag can be put inside of itself, and I very much do not recommend doing that. I've watched someone do that out of curiosity years ago, and unsurprisingly, the bug disappeared. Let's get some sticks and planks. Okay, time to make a build of some sort. Alright, I have reached another conundrum. How do I input energy into those pipes? Because as you have noticed, engines can face wooden pipes. That is because wooden pipes allow you to pull resources out of a block. So basically how this works, you have a wooden engine which generates infinite energy, but at an extremely small rate. These are only useful for pulling items and fluids out using wooden pipes. Because when wooden pipes are powered by an engine, they pull items. Other types of engines may be used, and you may use a combustion engine to pull items out at probably an entire inventory at once. But that's not the point. This contraption will work in such a way that oil is going to land in here. It's going to be pulled into the refinery, processed into combustion fuel, which will accumulate in this tank. On the back, I plan to make a bunch of these engines in order to create like a small engine building in the back. I'll also probably make it out of bricks, so I need to find clay. But yeah, these do not seem to be connecting. In which case, be right back. I need to make sure how they work. Okay, I'm worrying needlessly. Despite the pipe not being connected to the engine, it still should work. In which case, the layout is going to look like somewhat like this. In the middle, I will have a transport pipe that will supply them with coal, I suppose, because these work on combustible fuels. Let's also make an engine to pull the items out of a chest. I keep using the wrong keybind. Something to have in mind. As you may have noticed, these engines have become red, and they used to be blue. The longer an engine works uninterrupted, the more energy it can produce per tick. And engines can have 4 stages of speed. First is blue. It's like, consider it temperature. The higher the temperature, the more efficiently they work. They can be blue, then green, orange, and finally red to dark red. The wooden and steam engines do not overheat, so they can be just left running with fuel for as long as you'd like. However, the next one, the iron combustion engine, has an overheat mechanic. It will actually not go to the 4th stage, the red one. And if it works there for a prolonged amount of time, it will explode. Because of that, you need to supply it with water for it to cool down back to the orange stage. But as long as they have coolant, they should be fine. Steam engines do not need that, so that should be fine. I'll need to mine a bunch off screen, not to bore you people with another with another episode of Cave Game, as I've called it. Is there anything else I could utilize? To just grab a piston. How much EMC was a piston? Right. Right, there are also other engines that we can make. These two are from forestry, so biogas runs on forestry biogas, and this one is for peat. An electrical engine is powered by actually the Industrialcraft EU. And what are these? Huh. These seem to be from a different mod. I have never seen them before. But yeah, 348 per piston. Let's dump in a stack of copper. I need another redstone engine to pull the items out of a chest. I'm going to need a lever to actually power the stealing engines up, and I'm going to utilize red alloy wire to actually power them up in a nice way, because I can put red alloy wire on the underside of them, which will make the setup a bit less wonky. For the red alloy wire, I need an alloy furnace from red power. I'm going to need a chest. Let's verify that you can open it if there is a transparent block above. Yup. Which means that... Can I place upside down stairs in this version? Yes, I can. Which means that I will be able to conceal it with a... stair. Wooden pipe to take the items out. An engine. This one can run perpetually. It's just to input fuel into this. Red alloy wire will be on the underside. Oh, it's going to collide with the redstone torch, so I need to put it down below. Engines also cool down gradually, so if they are only interrupted for a moment, they will not lose their temperature. They are also transparent blocks, so they do not transfer redstone. In which case I will need... Actually, it's fine. I'm going to have a bunch of bricks on that side anyway. So let's make the alloy furnace. I'm not going to need any of these items for now. An alloy furnace is the basis of all red power crafting. Oh! Did something jump on top of these? Weird. No matter. Alloy furnace. Bricks. This one is powered using red power electricity. Okay. I will need to locate a river or a suitably large body of water. Let's explore a bunch then. Taint is not that bad yet. But let's get away so that these chunks aren't loaded. And keep looking for a potential river. I didn't need to look far. Clay can be found in a swamp near the oil well. Gonna need quite a bunch, especially that I'm making the engine actually look nice. Magnet mode of Nay is going to make this so much less painful than normal. You don't need to actually dive to get all of it. That's another deposit. Gonna grab at least a couple stacks, like probably 4. I'm going to... That's quite an empty spot. I'm going to need probably around a stack of clay blocks in total. And 1 block of clay always drops 4 clay balls, which in turn equals to 1 block of bricks. And I also grab a bunch of ink sacks so that I may learn them. Okay. A full stack of items. So let's start smelting these. All of these items go in here. You can get burned. Don't actually care about these. Oh, you should also grab a bunch of arrows. And let's replant the farm while I'm at it. I have no idea why those two have popped. Haven't exactly seen any. Yeah, why are they turning? Oh, probably it may actually be the slimes. I should make a fence around this. But it's not that much of a problem for now. This block has already turned to grass. Okay, I still have a lot of food available, so I'll actually just dump all of these into the transmutation table in order to gain some more EMC. Actually, alright, there's no need to do this. I can just use a shortcut. This is such a handy tool. Alloy furnace. Looks pretty funky. It's 4 redstone per one. And let's put the charcoal in here. Do I have any? More redstone doesn't seem like it. Oh, and the redstone is a fuel. Which means I need to make more, I need to take all of the EMC out. Let's do the most valuable items. And I'm going to need fuel EMC. I guess what I can do for now is it's hard to say what I can put here in order to make more redstone. I don't know the exact EMC values, but what I should be able to do is to just use a bunch of my coal. There is going to be an incredible amount of it in the mine. And I'm going to be mining off screen anyway. It seems that charcoal is the fuel of choice for this. Let's put this EMC back. What did I need to use for a Klein star? Oh, Mobius fuel. I can already make it. That's very handy. I don't know how much EMC this one can store, but... yep. As long as it's put into the left matrix, I can... oh, I can actually use this to transmute one item into another. So, fuel into matter. Handy. Let's replace that coal in the energy condenser. Or well, this. May as well keep making stuff. Okay, this has processed red alloy wire. Let's put some finishing touches on the engine. Right, so the engine is ready. It should provide sufficient power to start producing fuel at a decent rate. And I shall end this episode here. Episode 3 of Old School Technicraft. I shall go mining off screen to gather a bunch of resources. After all, I'm going to need many more diamonds in order to actually start making fuel. Teleport pipes are one item that requires a bunch of diamonds, and I'm going to need, well, at least 8 of them. At least I can make them in increments of 8. 2 are going to be used for input and output of oil and fuel. 1 is going to go to the pump that will power the actual oil pump. I'm going to probably... yeah, I'm probably going to make the combustion engine nearby the refinery itself, but have the output of energy go through a teleport pipe. And that is going to go to a quarry somewhere. That is also going to require teleport pipes for item transport back to the base. Alright, see you in the next episode.